Very grainy. It's very grainy. God, look, unshaven. This is not good, is it? There's no one on the live. Someone will be out there. Just thought I'd come on just to pass a bit of time. Steve, hello, mate. All right. I just thought I'd come on for a little bit, pass the time. You all right? Woolly Cod Wanderers, hi guys. You all right? You handsome. Hello, Brett. You all right, mate? Long time no hear. You keeping well, mate? And Kev's on here. I just thought I'd come on, keep in touch. I haven't put a video up for a while. And hello, Kat. So I just thought I was just sitting here thinking I need to keep in touch. So I'll do a quick live just to keep in touch. Make sure everyone's doing well. Got some Christmas lights up, nothing major. Bit of tinsel and some bells there and all that. So I'm getting in a festive spirit. Nothing like Darren's man, but you know, getting there. Nice one, Brett. Yeah, it's good to see you, Brett. Yeah, I've come on here. Look, I need a haircut. I'm all unshaven, and yeah, not good. It's that time of year, isn't it, where you can't really be bothered. You know, Kev's dead. Yeah. Oh, Barry, you all right, mate? How you doing? How is it over in Wickford? Oh, I've got to have a vape. So, what are you all up to? Anything exciting? You all getting ready for Christmas? All wrapping my present? Yeah, Christmas, eh? Just want to get it out of the way. Get the spring here. Oh, that's nice, Cat, isn't it? So your dinner's more important. All right, see you later. Dye me to match my eyebrows, Kev. Yeah, they are thick. They are some serious eyebrows, aren't they? You know. So I used to say to my daughter, I used to say, "You're drawing on your eyebrows too high." She looked surprised. Oh dear, they are some serious eyebrows. Keeps the water off my face, though. Yeah, I need to get a haircut. Well, cut my own hair. Have a shave. So I'm in a right state. Look at me. Bloody hell. It keeps the sun off my eye. It does keep the sun off my eyes. It's a comedian like that. His eyes are so sunken in. This part of his head's really deep, and his eyes are always in shadow. Got a nice festive glow on the top of your head. Yeah, it's always there, Brett. Get this bit up here. Actually, this is why I've put these on and some other lights, because if I have the main lights on above me, I really do get a glow, and I have to put a hat on. You know, I start getting helicopters trying to land and things like that. But yeah, you gone all festive, Brett, in the old gallery, mate. Get some pictures up there with the old twinklies and all that. You know, get them all, get it all in the festive spirit. I haven't got a tree up though. I need to get one of those little trees. I think you can get them with lights built in them already, like battery ones. I might go for one of them. Yeah, nothing like a festive glow. So what have you all been up to? Anything exciting? Simon, hello mate. How you keeping? Nice to have you aboard. And thanks to all my new subscribers as well. I've had 17 new subscribers this month. Thanks to them. To join the rest of the crew that are following me, it's nice. In the new year, I might even, if I start putting up some quality content, I don't quite know what that is, but if I did, I might get up to 1,000 subs, and that'd be really awesome. I'm not taking on Darren's challenge. I don't think I could rise to that challenge. He's got 3,000 likes or something. I don't think I could do that, but I think it's an awesome idea. If you imagine if we all did our vans properly, we could have a bit of a competition going on. It'd be quite awesome. Been playing with the gadgets in your shed, Kev. Oh, nice. Kev, did you take the other Kev up on? He's offered you a drone, hasn't he? Can't remember what one it was called. The square one, the white one. I'll take you up with that. I think they're quite good drones. Yeah, playing with the gadgets in your shed. Is that a euphemism, is it? Or does it mean you've actually been playing gadgets with John, Mandy? Like the Coca-Cola lorry. It is, isn't it? We could probably replicate that, Brett. We could have a trail of them like that. Yeah, he should have had that music. Or did he have the music? I can't remember. But yeah, that'd be awesome. Mike the Pike. Hello, mate. Well and warm. Yeah. I'll tell you what, it's blowing a gale here. Van's rocking. It's just the wind. It's not anything else. It's really whistling through here. Yeah. Do some wiring on his van for the drone. Got to do some wiring on his van. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah. Yeah, I see what you mean. So you do some wiring on his van, he gives you a drone. Yeah, it's a good idea. A skull lager fan on your budget. Yeah. If the vans are rocking, don't come and knock in. Well, usually, Mike, the only time my van's rocking is if I've fallen over and I'm trying to get up. That's the only time it rocks, mate. Yeah. Talking about drones, I know Woody Cods, you've got the Mavic Air, and you bought the Mavic Air. That's an awesome drone. Has anyone got the new one, the Mavic Mini? Looks quite awesome. Anyone else out there got a drone? I like the Mavic Pro. I know you got the new ones like the Mavic Pro 2 and the Mavic Pro Zoom and all that, but I like the Mavic Pro. Slightly bigger drone, but I don't know, I just seem to like that. But one day I'll get one. I've got some money. You got a Parrot drone. Is that one of the ones you had in the video, Brett? I remember some time ago you there was one you had which was lost in some woods, in some trees, wasn't it, near a school there when you was doing caretaking stuff or whatever, and or where you used to be a caretaker, and I think you had another one, didn't you? Phantom 3, Simon. That's the one I think Kev's going to get. Yes, that's a good drone, isn't it? That's one everyone used to have. His opening Santa was going to bring you a drone. Yeah, Santa's not going to bring me a drone. I've been waiting for Santa to give me one for years. Barry, have I done my door loom? No, I haven't, mate. I still haven't done it. Mate. Honestly, you know, it's just been cold and horrible and miserable, and I haven't done it. I need to get on it. There's so many jobs to do. I still haven't done it. It's only, I mean, theoretically, it's only a plug and play thing, but I don't know. I might have to get someone to look at it. I'm a bit thing that sort of electrics. Get a drone in January. Get me head around which one to get. Yeah, Mike, I know what you mean. There's so many, isn't there? It's ridiculous. It's just, and with the new laws, you know. Eugene, yeah, you've got some. Yeah, I've read some good reviews on the Mavic Minis, but there are so many out there. Yeah, you've killed a few, Brett. No fault of your own, then, mate. It wasn't controller error. It was a problem with the drone, was it, or weather conditions? His sack is full enough, mate. Yeah, it is, mate. Yeah, without worrying about what he's bringing me. Yeah, big, very good, Simon. Yeah, yeah. Look, everyone used to use them, didn't they? Yeah, the old Phantoms. Yeah, I should be at Barry. I should give you a ring, really, mate, and pop it over to you so you can have a look. Mate, it seems fairly straightforward, doesn't it? It's two plugs on one end and one plug on the other, but it's when you put it through the corner of the van, and I'm gonna have to cut some of the carpet bit out in to get access to it and that. But obviously, it can be done. But I do need to get it because when I open the door, I don't open the door unless I absolutely have to now. But when I do open the door at the back, I open it very, very carefully, and then when I close it up, I have to hold the loom as far as I can, shutting the door, trying not to get it all snapped up. Drones, so you get some awesome video with the drones. All right, Brett, you don't use the thing anymore. Well, sell it on because Parrot they got a good name, haven't they? Parrot drones. Yeah, I'm sure someone out there would be up for that. Drone license is pretty easy. Yeah, I think it's about 10 questions, Mike, and to get your license online. It's a bit weird, isn't it? You get 10 questions, I think, online, so you could just do it on your laptop and have your phone where you can look up the answers anyway. But I think it's fairly straightforward, and I think they charge £9 a year or something. 3 men in your van and little one said roll over. Oh yeah. Oh, I don't know what you've been up to, Kev. Need a guest on with you, like these big YouTubers this morning. Yeah, you're right, Eugene. I do. I need. Actually, I might try that. That's a good idea, Eugene. The next live I do, I think I'm going to try and get two or three of us uh, in here. Make it a bit more interesting. We'll make it like a bit mysterious, like you have to guess who they are. Celebrity guests. Yeah, so you could do celebrity guest live stream. Yeah. Yeah, you need a license, Brett, now. If it's over 250 grams, I think, your drone. There's two licenses. There's an operator's license and a pilot's license, or one for both. But you can just get an operator's license if you're a company and you employ people to fly them. That's how I understand it. I don't know everything about them. It's all online. All right, Misty Bear. Yeah, £9. Not telling you. Should have been on here earlier. No, it's £9 for the drone license. I think that came out in the end of November. I think it's £9. Celebrity switch. Yeah, you're right, Mike. Yeah, Urban Stealth Motorhome Man for his lights on his van. He was just so keen. He wanted to get them on there, get it all lit up. Yeah, no worries, mister. Yes, all right. Yeah, celebrity guests on a live stream. A few people used to do that. Not obviously not celebrities, but YouTube celebrities. Yeah, I might try that. Celebrity food challenge. It's a good idea. Yeah, lots of pilots about. Yeah, there is lots of pilots about. Yeah, make up some weird dishes. Yeah, there was a meet up some time ago now, back in the summer. A load of them met up and they had a challenge of making apple pie. I think it was a meet up, and they all made all different variations of apple pies and apple crumbles and that in a ridge monkey, and that was awesome. Yeah, we could do that. Have a food challenge. Hmm. Yeah, some weird dishes. Yeah, try and work out what's the most impossible thing, seemingly impossible thing to cook in a van that you wouldn't think twice about cooking in a house. Because I haven't got an oven. I just got the hob, 3 ring hob, but I cook most things on there. Um, yeah, cream pie challenge. Oh yeah, I'll bet you are, Brett. Yeah, I bet you're up for that, mate. Savoury or sweet? Probably have both, Misty. We could have both. Hmm. Yeah, we'd have the savoury then the sweet. But it was the challenge was, I think it was apple pie that they had. Do everything. You'd like a tart, Kev? I think you are a tart, mate. You are. Yeah, I'm partial to a tart, and sort of, coming from Essex, it's not surprising, is it? Really, you know, that's where I think the term originated from. I think, well, probably East London, probably it came from, didn't it? You are a tart, yeah, yeah. I'm a tart at the weekends. Get me stilettos out and that, my wig. It's got to be done with your knee. What's that? With your knees, you wouldn't be able to handle a tart. Oh, chili. Oh, I'll tell you what I was going to make. You see, I was going to make today. I was going to make shepherd's pie, but um, but not really a shepherd's pie. So I was going to do the mince and the potatoes and just put them together on the plate because I haven't got a grill. I was going to do that. How's it hanging? You all right, Dave? Very tasty tart in my cab last week. 50 quid. 50 quid. Blimey. Hope you was going all the way. Yeah. How's your tow bar, Dave? Working out all right? You done the electrics yet, or just you just doing the just putting the bar on? Seen Betty Boondock do that in a ridge. They was on there. I think it was yesterday. They made a shepherd's pie, and she tried to do the cheese on the top. When you put the cheese on the top of the potato, she was trying to burn it with one of those flamethrower things, but it wasn't happening apparently. I thought that would have worked because I was thinking of getting one of them to do cheese on toast. They put the old cheese on the toast and just burn it with one of them, but I think they were struggling. Dave, you don't need that to get pulled off, mate. Not if you come down to Essex. I don't know what it's like up Yorkshire way. No, I think that was I think that's probably a smart move though. After the videos I've seen from that meetup. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, Misty, but yeah. It did, didn't it? It looked yellow. It should be like the blue, really hot flame, shouldn't it? Maybe I'll get because them cook ones, they're all right for small amount of heat. But maybe I'll get one of them plumbers ones. Like that should do it. Yeah, it needs the blue flame, doesn't it? Like the little pointy blue one in the middle. Yeah, Mike. What is that? But I've got a normal ridge monkey. I've got it here. So that's my normal ridge monkey. It's dirty. It's not that big, and I didn't know you could get them bigger. That's like there's two sizes of that, and that's the biggest one of the ridge monkey. But there's so many different makes. I didn't know you could get a bigger one. Thinking of fitting a winch that's detachable so I can pull others off too. Good idea, Dave. Good idea, because if I come along and need pulling off, you can pull me. You'll be the one to pull me off, mate. And we'll be very, very close after that. All right, cheers, Mike. Yeah, yeah. It's like I said on your video, Dave. If you had one detachable front and back, because you never know which way round you're going to be, do you? If you was up a lane somewhere, you could get it wrapped around a tree to get you out of a problem. If it's you'd need a proper ground anchor, wouldn't you? If you was in a field, like just to get yourself off. I mean, yeah, anytime. Yeah, yeah. No, them winches are a good idea. If you get a decent one. Mind you, I think you was all right on that last weekend, weren't you? Because it was you had all them 4x4s. Not easy to fit you on the back, but the front is a big piece of work. Oh right. Yeah, I suppose to put on the front you'd need extra like the bull bar type fittings, wouldn't you? Yeah. You'll work it out, Dave. You'll work out where to put it. Hmm. Yeah, he does need a winch, doesn't he, Dave? Yeah. He had a couple of wenches round today, did you notice? Vognit, hello mate. Long time no hear. You alright? It must be good, it must be either very late or very early in your neck of the woods, isn't it? So I'll take it John and Mandy's gone now, Kev. Back on the road. I must admit, when they walked out of the house and they shut the door up for the last time, this is Gadget John and Mandy, if you don't know what I'm talking about. They moved out, they sold the house, moved out to go full time in a van. And when they come out of the house and they locked it up for the last time, I remember that feeling. It's a very strange feeling. Early start for you tomorrow. Oh, okay, Misty Bear, take care. You Stay safe, yeah. It's mid-morning, Volney. Oh, right. You've been out on your bike lately? Been out on your bike? Some nice weather. Gone to visit others. Oh, nice. Yeah, are they heading off to meet up with Greg on the road? Because I think that was an option, wasn't it? And he was talking about, it's early days yet, just sort of settling in, aren't they? Andrew, welcome, mate. Welcome. You all right? I've not been on here for a while. Next job in my van. Oh, Dave, don't even get me started, mate. There's loads to do. It's like Barry earlier on he was saying, I've still got to put this new wiring loom in the back door that's all knackered. Still haven't done that. I mean, you can hear peeing down the range, windy. It's not been like that all the time. So I haven't done that. I've got to put some cupboard or shelves up. So many things really. Next year's going to be the big one. I'm having a big change around probably next year. I'm moving my kitchen. I'm going to have it going across, I think. So create a big square lounge. So there's loads to do. It's just getting around to doing it. I'm lazy. On the bike in the spring rain, Vognet. Nice. Get out there whenever you can, mate. Catches bought their own bricks. Park their van on your estate. God, they're taking a chance, mate. Yeah, that's true, Dave. Yeah, they're never finished, are they? Never finished. Someone could someone might look at your van and go, "Oh yeah, that's perfect." You won't want to do anything to it, but then there's always things, isn't there? There's always new things to do, new gadgets to buy, and things you want to change. Yeah, yeah. Oh, Mike, I have to have a look at that later, mate. Let me just copy that. Hang on, I'm doing it. Hang on, copy. Right, I've copied that link, Mike. I'll check that out in a while. Nice one. Think they're selling your motorbike and buying an electric motorbike. Blimey, Dave, you going down the electric route? I don't know what mileage you get. You get some serious miles out of them. Have you got the? Because I know you went on that the day's sort of cross country bike thing, Dave. But is your bike a GS or is it you got something else? I can't remember. Yeah, no worries, Mike. I'll check it out and yeah, thanks for that. Never have too many toys. That's true. Double-sided magic pen. Ah, definitely check that out. I will definitely check that out, Mike. Yeah. Mobility cart. Yeah, Dave. Yeah, that's going to be your next one, mate. Sad to say. It'll be my next one. I can't. I'm actually looking forward to getting one of them one day. There's a couple of guys in local town to me. There's a couple of blokes who have got those electric mobility scooters, and I'll tell you what, they whiz round together, and they have a lot of fun on them. I know they actually do need them. They haven't just bought them; they do need them, but they do have a lot of fun on them. Electric mountain bike. Oh, XT660. Oh, right. Electric mountain bike. I fancy one of them, Dave. Seriously. I mean, the cost puts me off a little bit to get something decent. But I really do fancy one of them, so I shall be paying attention. But I think, really, to get something real decent, you've got to spend some serious money. Hybrid electric car. I bet it's weird. So what's everyone think about these electric cars? They're building these electric points everywhere now. Um, Absolutely everywhere. Near me, you go into car parks and they've shut half the car park off and building loads of electric points. But I didn't think there was that many electric cars about. I mean, what's everyone think about these driverless cars? I mean, you know, it's all going a bit it's all going a bit fast, really, for my liking. Um, and we're all going to have to pay for it. I mean, I've got a taxi obviously use for work, and it's 5 years old. Now, when I bought that, if you keep it in good condition, it passes. You have two MOTs a year, and if it passes all the time, you can have 15 years. Uh, uh, you can have it licensed each year for 15 years, and then you have to get rid of it. Now, they've just the whole of the country are now having the councils have been told they've got to go through a consultation process, which means what they're looking at is that no licensed vehicle, no licensed taxi will be allowed to be on the road if it's less than a Euro 6 by 2021, I think it is. Now, what that means is that up until now, they've come up with rules to say, right, if you come up with another vehicle, you want to put a new vehicle on it, has to be compliant with the current legislation. But what they're doing is saying that you won't be able to have your vehicle on there. You have to take it off completely. So I'll lose 7 or 8 years on my vehicle with no compensation whatsoever. That's the impact that this sort of legislation they're coming up with is having. It's terrible. I thought it was gonna take me up to retirement, this vehicle, and I ain't gonna go out and spend 45, 50,000 pound on a new vehicle. Not a chance. So I'd have to look for something else to do. Yeah, Dave, you've got that mounting bracket I saw on there that you can put on to put your bike on. So that's a good idea. Yeah, I really like the idea of that. Yeah, yeah, they do, Mike. You're right. They do get big tax breaks for that. That's what it's all about, isn't it? Ah, so it's not fully electric. I suppose that's the way forward at the moment, isn't it? Half and half. The electric taxi, Mike, it's just a cost, mate. If they said to me, if I was looking to buy a taxi and there are electric ones available now, obviously, and that you could get the mileage out of them and so on and so forth, I wouldn't hesitate. I would have an electric one tomorrow. I've got no problem, no issues with that whatsoever. But when you can go out and buy, mine's like a seven-seater, you buy one of them for £35,000, or you have to buy an electric one for £65,000. It's just ridiculous because from a business perspective, I could have two taxis out there and rent one out. I mean, from a business perspective, I could never recover that money ever. Imagine that. You're out there, you're out there trying to pay for a £65,000 motor plus your interest on that. You just can't. It's not cost effective. Yeah, get a rickshaw. Yeah, Urban Motorhome had one of those the other weekend. A driverless car. Oh yeah, yeah. Big money making con. Good Euro 5 puts out less emissions than Euro 6. Yeah, it probably does. because a lot of them, to comply with the thing, they're just cheating, aren't they? That's all they're doing. Um, and when they're cheating, what we're finding and happening, the Euro 6s are coming out and they're constantly having to go back in the garage because they're having problems with this AdBlue and that sort of stuff. It's just a cheat. An AdBlue system is just a cheat to comply with Euro 6. Um, yeah, that's right, Kev. Yeah, they'll start giving people tax breaks and all that to have electric vehicles, so we don't have to pay any road tax. And don't, then we'll get rid of all the diesel cars and the petrol cars, and then you wait and see how much we're paying then. And you wait and see how much we're paying for maintenance when we go into. All your mechanics will be out of work. All them, they won't be swapping over to. They just have to become electricians. Although you still got your other working parts like your wheels and your brakes and stuff like that. But yeah, woolly knobs. The tax for the Range Rover is £550 a year. Jesus. The TX4, Mike. Yeah. Oh right. Yeah, I've never driven a TX4 like the London style cab. I don't even know what they're up to now. What are they up to? What are they doing now? Is it because TX went out of business, didn't they? And then they started making the electric ones. Euro 5 and Euro 6 trucks, both types on AdBlue, but the Euro 5 puts out less emissions. Yeah. See, my vehicle doesn't have the AdBlue, but it has a solution that is put in. Uh, there's sort of box underneath. You can't get access to it. You have to take it to a garage and have the stuff pumped into it. I can't remember what it's called. I've had it filled up once, and then you have to have the thing reprogrammed to tell it it's been filled up. Nightmare. um, Similar thing to an AdBlue, but it lasts, I think, a lot longer. Hello, Will. You all right, mate? Are you staying safe and warm, mate? You looking around for a van? Yeah, can't wait to meet up with you all again. Been a bit iffy this time of year, isn't it? Because it's one of my busiest times of year at work. Japan bought the company when LTI. That's it, LTI, wasn't it? Went bust. They just fall apart now. I mean, I love the look of those new ones, Mike. The electric ones. There's one or two that float around here that go up to London and work London, but they're £65,000 or something. I mean, God, you know, you can't make a living. You couldn't imagine the payments on £65,000 motor. They're only going to let you have that over 5 years, and with your interest, you're going to be paying I don't know what £70,000. You can't. They're up there earning £100 a day. How can you pay? How can you pay for that? You, you know. Yeah, I think them sort of the days are numbered for them sort of vehicles. I think really. Reclass is Euro 5, so he's 100 on the road tax. Yeah, so mine's a Euro 5. Um, yeah. Matty, hello, mate. You alright? Long time no here. You keeping well? Oh, blimey, Dave, I wish I could join you. Yeah, Scotland. Scotland would be nice, wouldn't it, Christmas? If if you can insulate yourself against the winter, I mean, what a lovely place to be, Christmas. Yeah. Yeah, at least, Mike. Yeah, but once they come up with these new rules nationwide, where it can only be Euro 6, nothing, before that. The lease on those motors is going to be astronomical. It's all going to be. They did that before, and it's no one's going to be able to lease a motor. I don't even know they can afford a lease now because the money's just not out there. Years ago, when it was regulated, the money was there and you could pay out for the motor, but the money's just not there now. Long time, mate. Yeah, nice one, mate. 87 grand, Dave. See, £87,000. If I had that sort of money to spend on a motor, I would get an electric one probably. Yeah. Yeah, Mike, I bet they are, mate. Yeah. Do you remember when diesel motors used to be cheap, didn't they? Not many people had them because they were originally industrial, commercial vehicles with diesel, and then everyone started getting them. Now diesel's more expensive than petrol. It's just every time they can get screw a bit more out you, they do, don't they? HW, evening, mate. You all right? Cheaper to repair. Right, yeah, I suppose it would be. I sometimes wish mine was a petrol because I do probably more repairs myself. I've got issues with it now. I've just ordered one of those. Perhaps I'll do a review on it. I've just ordered an OBD2 reader. It's a Foxwell one. I've been having lots of problems with my taxi. It's a Citroen Dispatch, and I keep getting engine fault come up on the display, and the engine management light comes on, and I just keep getting that, and then I can get it cleared. I get different fault codes, but the car's running fine. So I'm thinking it might be a sensor that's the problem. So because everything's running fine, I think it just might be a sensor. So it's trying to, and because I keep taking it to the mechanic to get him to clear the codes and all that. So I've ordered one today. It was only about 40 quid, 38 quid. So that'd probably be Friday or Saturday. Everything's like that now, isn't it? It's just, electrics. Yeah. What area you work in? I work around Basildon, Essex, Mike. That area, Basildon, Billericay, Wickford, around those sort of areas. VW Crafter, £95,000. The hell, Dave. 95,000. How many of them could you build yourself for that money? You could build a few, couldn't you? Even if you bought brand new crafters and sent it to someone to be built, you could still build 2 or 3 of them, couldn't you? For that sort of money and sell them on. Yeah, Matty, it does sound like a sensor, doesn't it? Because everything's running fine. Because it came on again the day before yesterday, and yesterday I did an airport, Heathrow Airport, and I was really reluctant. I thought, should I get the job covered? And I thought, no, maybe it needs a good run, and it just ran fine. It went all the way up there and all the way back without missing a beat. You know. Oh, is that right, Kev? I thought it was a Peugeot, but mine's like the newer shape van, I think. So it's 2014. Got your van running on vegetable oil, Will. Have you? Chuck some chips in there, mate. Vegetable oil. I know someone said about running on vegetable oil, them old transits, the banana engines. They run that on vegetable oil. Just put a bit of tape on it, Dave. Yeah, I'll tell you what, I wish I could. When I take it into for the council test, on the taxi, twice a year, you get any lights on there at all, any at all, and they don't even do the test right out. You get any slightest little bit of oil leak, anything like that, they won't entertain it. It has to be top notch. They won't touch it. So it's frightening, especially when you booked in for a test and then the day before, you get an engine management light comes on. You got so that's why I've ordered a reader as well, because at least I can sit outside the test centre, turn it off, and then drive it in. You know, software fault because of the Euro 6 deception. Yeah, it could be, Mike. Yeah, yeah, it could well be, mate. Yeah, I've had to reset the software. I had to have it kept coming up with a spanner, which is easy to clear, but when you have your service light come up, because of the amount of mileage I'm doing in the taxi, it was not coming up all the time. So I had to have that reset to not come on so often. Oh, Lee, you all right, mate? It's going fine, mate. It's going good. You all right? Is the money any good running a cab? Not really, HW. It used to be. I mean, years ago, I spoke to some guys that have been. Uh, I mean, I've been doing this full time now for about 10 years, but prior to that, I was on and off between other jobs. And when it was a regulated industry, it was just a license to print money. I mean, you could go out there and you were working all day long. You were just on and off the taxi rank, on and off, taking phone calls, picking people up all the time. And it was very busy, and you could earn well. But now you're sitting on a taxi rank for an hour. And if someone had told me that 10 years ago, if someone said in 10 years' time you're going to be sitting on a taxi rank for an hour behind 20 other taxis, I would have said, no, you're nutty, you're mad. But that's what it's like. So you imagine how much you sit there for an hour. Someone walks up and says, a little hospital job up the road, £4.20. So you pull off, you drop them off at the hospital, you come back to the taxi rank, you sit there for another hour. So you've earned £4.20 in 2 hours. And then you might get an £8 job, and then you come back and sit there. Then you might get a £5 job, and you come back. So you work out how many hours you got to do to pull in any sort of money to pay all your diesel, all your running costs, and then earn a living. You've got to be out there day and night, 7 days a week. If you want to earn, I just pay bills. That's all I do. That's all I use it for. It's just a way to pay bills. That's it. Keeps the wolves from the door, so to speak. You can't earn a living at it anymore. Yeah. I only did the local knowledge HW for my area. I couldn't do the London knowledge. It's like 3 years or something to do that. I ain't got that sort of brain. I couldn't. No, I couldn't do the London knowledge. And you don't have to now. If you go on to Uber, just go and get a car and become a cab driver. You know. Um, yeah, Mike. Yeah, I think that's what people were saying with the earlier engines were fine on the oil. Cheers, Lee. Yeah, I'm making the effort. I've got some other ones up there as well. I am making the effort. A bit of tinsel up here and some bells there. I'm making the effort. Tim, any tips for sticking silver insulation to windows? Not really. Oh, this is just this is this silver insulation I've got on here is temporary. When I put it up there 6 months ago. So hang on, what's the date today? Is it the 9th or 10th? On the 21st of this month, I will have been 6 months in the band. Yeah, 6 months. So yeah, 6 months have been in the van. It's just flown past. Yeah, my silver foil on here, I've just got these magnetic clips on the edge of the foil, and I just clip them on the door. That's all I use. Uh, 30 years ago in Manchester, I could earn £1,400 a week. That was when it was like, yeah, I well believe you, Mike. Yeah, it was the same round here, mate. Yeah. I mean, if you're saying you're lucky to take home 700, you're lucky to take 700 round here. Yeah. It's a different. There's too many cabs out there now, aren't there? What's your long-term plan for work or money? Are you going into stand-up or back to being a gigolo? Probably a bit of both, Dave, to be honest with you. A stand-up gigolo, I think. I wouldn't mind doing a bit of stand-up. I'd love to do a bit of stand-up. I used to be in a band and in a duo. And my youngest daughter, her mum, is still friends and that. She still goes out and sings. I used to be in a duo with her, and she keeps asking me if I'd go now. I play keyboards, and I've often wondered whether I could do busking because I love buskers. I absolutely always give them a bit of dough. I love what they do. Um, I don't know if I could do busking, but something in the entertainment industry I'd like to do. Sell your body and get paid by the pound. I could retire then, Kev. Absolutely, mate. I could retire, set my kids up for life. Yeah, it's it. Yeah. But using the same foil for cooking his turkey. Yeah. Was it a rubber band? I think it was, mate. I'll have to try and dig out some videos and put some videos up there. Definitely do stand up. Do you know what I have thought about it? I was asked once to go on the stage. I was asked by a guy I used to work with. He was really funny. And when we were together, he was a comedian. He'd done part time comedy at some reasonable venues. This was a long time ago. And he asked me if I would do a double act with him, but I lost my bottle. I didn't do it. Sing and play right at the next meet-up and you're on a stage. Well, Dave, me and you could do something because you play the guitar. So I heard you playing the guitar at the Boondockers Bash. We could do something together, you know? We could book into the entertainment bit on the yeah, we could have like a little marquee going on. You know what I mean? Little hat out the front. Yeah. Driver moved from Essex to Conwy. Oh, Wales. Drives one of my ex and he loves it after Christmas. The rest of his family are moving over. Oh, right. Yeah. New life, new beginning, Mike, I suppose, for him. Get the videos up, mate. HW, yeah, I'll try, mate. I'll try and dig some from when I was in the band. I was in a band, it was called Heaven Sent. And I had so we had two duos, um, and we came together. There was me and this other guy had a duo, and we came together to form a band, and there was an extra singer as well. Um, yeah, we used to do a lot of the old '60s stuff, and I used to like all that. Been a long time though since I've done anything like that. Hide the wires on the LCD display. Diesel heater, yeah, I got a diesel heater, Lee. Hide the wires on the LCD display. They're not really hidden because that is a difficult one, isn't it? Because of the plug. I've got like the holder for it that the LCD clips into is just sort of on the wall. But at the moment, I've just got the LCD just sitting on the bed so that I can lean over and turn it off from here. Or when I'm in bed, I can turn it on and off from in bed. So I haven't really bothered wiring it in somewhere, out of sight, really. Um, yeah, because when you're living in a van, I didn't know what to expect. So everything was just see what needs doing and see what needs doing by the spring. So this first 6 months, 8 months, 10 months, or whatever, is all about how am I living in it? What do I like? What don't I like? What do I need to do? That's what it's all about at the moment. So yeah, I know there will be a few changes. God help them. Got karaoke in his van. Who's got a karaoke? I do like a bit of karaoke. All right, Volney. Yeah, don't work too hard, mate. I'll speak to you again soon, hopefully. Double Dave duo sounds brilliant. Yeah, double Daves. Yeah, the double Daves. Yeah, look, we're getting thumbs up, Dave. You know what I mean? I think we need to get some rehearsals in, mate. Hinge and bracket, Barry. Yeah, I like that. I don't know who's going to be you. Yeah, hinge and bracket. Do you remember them? Yeah, OCD when you see the wires, Lee. Yeah, yeah, I know. I've got another mate called Lee, and he's like that. He would never be able to have wires showing. Yeah, he likes tidy stuff, you know. You only know 60s, Kev. What, 1860s? Stony Broke. Old pal of mine is the lead singer. Geriatric punk rockers. You could die out. God, I remember the old punk rock night. Yeah. Came across an old dude carrying around New Zealand in his French plates. Blimey. Yeah, there's a few old baggers about. Get Kev on the comb, or he can just play his maracas. Yeah. Although this time of year, Dave, being so cold, if he gets his maracas out, mate, there won't be a lot to play, would there? You know what I mean? Simon, I cut the wires and fitted them through the wall. Oh, right, yeah. Resoldered them. Yeah, I think that's the only way you can do it, isn't it? Because of the big plug. And you only get a short bit of wire between the LCD and the plug, don't you? So how do you here's a difficult one, mate. Someone needs to come up with they need to put a longer cable on it. Yeah. How am I getting on so far in the van? I'm getting on very well, Will. Very well, mate. I love it. Finding out all sorts of new things. So far the uh, heating's been alright and yeah, it's been going alright. You know. Should imagine you get plenty of indecent proposals in the cab. Yeah, I've had a few, um, but I don't tend to work so many nights now. I just try and do days because I don't like nights anymore. You're asking for trouble, really. Um, although there's more money in nights. You need a beer or five first, Dave. Yeah, we'll have a few beers. The piss double D's. We'll have a few beers and we'll just get up there and bang a couple of songs out. I've not got everything finished, Matty. Not in here. Still got loads to do, mate. I've got to put some shelves up and some bits and pieces. And I'm gonna, like I said earlier, I'm gonna be moving my kitchen next year, probably putting it across the front. Do with a woolly knot. It's only got one maraca, Barry. Yeah, and he ain't used that one for a while either. Thought he's going to video your build and put. Oh, brilliant! Nice one, Lee. Definitely get as much on there as you can because it's good for you to look back on as well. Yeah, brilliant. Woolly knob covers. It's a big seller. Get your name on there. Don't apologise, Dave. Yeah, I tell you, it'd be good to have a van life band together. You don't need to start off with well, you need a drummer and actually probably get away with a drummer, lead guitarist, bass guitarist. There's your basis of a band, keyboard player. singer, lead singer. Yeah, I reckon it could be done. How many of you are musical? I know there's a few bands out there got guitars hanging up on the wall, and I'm thinking, are they just for show? Do a stand-up video in a glittery jacket. Yeah, I actually, Dave, you laugh about that. I compared once at an event. It was only a charity thing. It was a cancer research fundraiser, and they do it every year. And it's quite a big event, and they have all these different acts come along. And they asked me if I would compare, and I was crapping myself, but I did it, and I loved it. I absolutely loved it. I was up there giving it all the big un, and I remember then thinking, I wish I had a glittery jacket, but I just had a normal jacket. I'll have to see if I can get one of them. Yeah. Yeah, I used to do a mic check, and you know the prize bingo down. You go along the seafront, and in the arcades you get the prize bingo. When people used to do a mic check, and they used to go 1 2 1 2 1 2 and all that, and I couldn't stand it. So I grew up around Southend seafront and all that, and I used to walk past these arcades and hear the prize bingo all the time, and I used to use that as my mic warm up. So I used to say, any line down the card, cross the card, corner to corner, all four corners and one card to win. Put your money in, light your cards up. First number's on the blue line. Like, I used to do that as my mic warm up, which was awesome. An XXL one, but yeah, as a hat. No, I just want a small thimble size one, Dave, if they can do them. They do micro ones. Straight jacket. Cheers, Kev. Yeah, I might have to do a stand up. I have to have a routine. There's some great comedians about from not so much recent ones, but from back in the 70s. I've looked at some videos of comedians back in the 70s. I love their style because they're not like really crude and they're not just funny. I love the Peter Kay type of humour. You know, where you get normal life stories and funny things that people do. I love that sort of humour. But if you do stand up, you've got to have an act. You've got to have. I mean, there's a guy, Mick. I think it's Mick Miller, back from the 70s. I think he's still working there. Does holiday camps and all that. That sort of holiday camp stand up, I love. And the thing is, he's had the same act for 40 years or something, 50 years. He's had the same act, and every time he does the act, he's funny. And you've got to get an act and just stick with it if it works. But you need an audience to test it out on. So I need to get an act together, test it out on you lot, and see what the reaction is. Yeah, no, there are ends to my talents, Dave. Yeah, definitely. Do a Christmas special. Christmas special with Monge too. Yeah. Oh, I won't be a lefty comedian. Tim, don't you worry about that, mate. Not a chance. And I'm not politically correct. Although I don't deliberately offend people. But yeah, I'm definitely not a lefty comedian. Joining the Chippendales. Yeah, no, I couldn't do that, Dave. I'm not really into um, classic furniture, really. Yeah, Chippendales, bloody hell. Yeah, the Comedians was a great show. Wouldn't allow that kind of humour now. No, they wouldn't. I mean, there are still a few comedians that push the boundaries. I mean, Ricky Gervais. I like Ricky Gervais, and he's right on the edge. Um, but I don't buy into all this PC. I think if people get offended, they get offended. You're not offending them; they are getting offended. Well, that's their issue, and they can get. It's like if people get offended now, they can just turn off and go somewhere else, and that's fine because you don't want to offend anyone, but that's fine. Well, I don't set out to offend anyone, and if I do, I would apologise if they said to me, genuinely that I'd offended them. But no, I don't. I wouldn't apologise for, saying something funny that someone got offended, because everyone gets offended, don't they? You're bound to offend someone. I offend myself every time I look in the mirror. Need a new chippy, Dave. Yeah, yeah. Where do they knit up in the Yorkshire Dales? Yeah, and the Chip and Yorkshire Dales. Yeah, mind you, the chips are nicer up there, I must admit. Back in the day, when I was on private hire coaches, we did lots of trips to Burnham. Oh right, he was yeah, yeah. If you stood up during his show, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you this little story. Ross Noble. Do you all know who Ross Noble is? Well, Ross Noble. Check him out if you don't know who he is. He's a current comedian. Many, many years ago, we're talking about uh, about 16 years ago, 17 years ago, before he was really well known. He was a comedian. He was working a circuit, but he wasn't well known. And I went to see him with some friends, and I was sitting right next to a little stage at the Cliffs Pavilion, Maritime Rooms, and he was on a little tiny stage, and I was sitting right next to him. So in them days, you could still smoke in these venues, and there was people smoking and that. So he looked at me, and he was telling his jokes, and he looked at me and he said to me, "Blimey," he said, "you're a big bloke, aren't you?" Now at the time I was working in mental health services, but he looked at me and he says to me, "Blimey," he said, "you're a big bloke, aren't you?" He said, "What do you?" He said, "Where do you work?" So I said, "I work in a prison." So he went, "Oh, blimey," he said, "All right, mate." He said, "Yeah, you can have anything you want. Get him a drink." He was giving it all that, and then he starts telling some other jokes and all that. Then there was a bloke behind me rolling a cigarette. So he had his Rizzler paper out, and he turned around to the bloke and he said, "What are you doing there?" He said, "You making a swan out of that Rizzler paper or something, origami and all that?" And he's making a bit of a joke about it. So then he come back to me and he said, "So what do you do in a prison then?" So I said, "I'm a teacher." He went, "Oh, blimey." He said, "Yeah, you see, I bet you see some things." And then he carried on doing some jokes. Then he come back to me again and he said, "So what do you teach then?" I said, "I teach people how to make swans out of Rizzlers." Everyone, whole place erupted. But yeah, that was Ross Noble. So that's my claim to fame. And I think he was making a thing for Channel 4 around that time as well. First time television thing. Yeah, Jasper Carrot, Dave. He was brilliant, wasn't he? Yeah, Posh Cats. You alright, guys? Salt and vinegar on yours. Yeah, mine too. Ross the Biker. That's it, Dave. Yeah. He's going round, isn't he? Doing a thing around the challenge thing. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Ross Noble. Yeah, so yeah, that's my sort of claim. I used to like it. If I went to see comedians and I got up and they would always pick on you, I used to like it because I used to give them some lip back as well, and they loved it. They used to love that sort of thing, comedians. And I've introduced Jim Davidson on the Christopher. No, the oh God, what's it called? Circus Tavern. There was a big showcase there once, and the main guest they had on there was Jim Davidson, and I was working backstage, and I didn't introduce him. I didn't go on stage and introduce him. I worked backstage, so as he got introduced by the compere, I basically had to sort of pull the little curtain back and tell him to come up the stair and go on the stage. So yeah. Do you remember when Jasper Carrot used to read out those insurance claim forms? Yeah. That's it. Yeah. He said, "I hit the tree that wasn't there yesterday." Yeah, Yeah, that was hilarious, old Jasper Carrot. I think you could probably still see them videos on YouTube, I'd imagine. If no one's seen him, he is hilarious. Where's your cup? I ain't got a cup. I'll tell you what, I've got some orange juice. Thanks for reminding me, Lee, because I'm a bit parched, mate. A bit parched, all this talking. It's just orange, there's nothing else in there. Yeah, I've had my tea. Yeah. Class those insurance sketches. They were, weren't they? Yeah. Drivers like that one. Yeah. Yeah, there are some funny insurance claims, isn't there? Genuine ones, like some people. Got to shoot now. All right, mate. No worries, mate. Yeah, I had to be on before Christmas as well because I want to genuinely wish everyone a Merry Christmas. I'm very like that about Christmas and stuff. Is I want to talk to people rather than just send a message. So I would like to do that. Have a good night, mate. Take care. Yeah. He's doing a gig in Arlo this month. Blimey, Barry. Yeah, he's got to be cracking on a bit now, hasn't he? He's got to be. Oh, Trev, you met Frank Carson. I've seen Frank Carson many years ago. God, 35 years ago. I've never met him, but he was funny. That's the way he told him, wasn't it? Yeah, no worries, Tim. What's your travel plans? My travel plans, Dave. Well, I'm going to do a bit of travelling hopefully next year if I can get some money behind me from over the winter time. Um, get around mainly around the UK because I mean, when it's one of them things. If you go, I've done a lot of touring when I had my motorbike, so I'd done a lot of touring through France and Spain and Belgium and Holland, all that sort of thing. And it's one of them where you think once you've done it, you 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 think well, I've done that, and I haven't seen enough of the UK. I've never been. I've been through it, but I've never stayed for any length of time in the Lake District. Places like that. Scotland. I haven't been to Scotland since I was a kid, and it's beautiful. I love Cornwall. I want to do all them sort of places. Yeah, definitely want to do. I've done Yorkshire now, so don't need to go to Yorkshire anymore. But, no, Yorkshire was nice because me and Kev went after the Boondockers. We spent another couple of days a bit further up on the North Yorkshire moors. Yeah, do a bit more travelling around the UK, I think. Yeah, no worries, mate. All the best. What vape mod and tank do you use? Right. At the moment, one of my favourite mods was the Innokin V2, and this is now the Innokin V3. It's a weird shape, like that sort of shape. And that is my favourite mod, and that is a Smock X Baby Beast tank on there. I'll make my own juice. That's uh, peach in there at the moment, sweet peach. I've also got another mod. That's called an owl tank, sub-ohm tank, and this is Asmodus. Can't remember the model of it. It's an Asmodus mod, um, and that's what I use just for like a bit of cloud. You can. So if you want a bit of cloud chasing, but my everyday mod is this: me V3 with me X Baby mod on there. Yeah, Will. I'll tell you what, it'd be nice. Um, Steer clear of Hull. Yeah, HW, yeah. North Coast 500 next year, Simon. Need to get a convoy. Get a few of us together, and that'd be really awesome. If we could get a few of us. Obviously, you don't want too many because it becomes a logistical problem then. But if there was a few of you and you was in a convoy, I think it'd be awesome. I did only do a tiny bit of Yorkshire, Dave. Yeah, you're right, mate. Yeah. Um, yeah, I should have done a lot more. And the funny thing is because there's a lot of van lifers in Yorkshire area, Yorkshire and and across the other sort of like the Peak District as well. There's a lot of van lifers up that area of the country, so I could probably spend quite a few weeks all around that area, meeting up with different people. Take a translator with us to North Yorkshire. Yeah, yeah. Scotland's. I mean, I haven't been since I was a sort of young kid. Will, it's beautiful, absolutely beautiful, Scotland. I love North Wales. Well, I love all of Wales really. Yeah, Mike. I do like a bit of vaping. I haven't smoked a cigarette since first 31st of August 2013. So it's obviously worked for me. Shouldn't do any of it really, smoking or vaping, but it's the best of the bad lot. Yeah, I've never been to Hull, Dave. Never been. Um, I'd like to come down. I'd like to come one day and just and have a look over the boat. Um, One day. I love boats. I'd not necessarily go out on it or anything, but I'd just like to have a look. I find them quite interesting. And come round, shake a sheep. That's Mevy's job, isn't it? Mevy likes a sheep. Yeah, Mevy loves a sheep. God, how many thumbs up have I got on you? What have I got? Got 8 thumbs up. 18 people. I love it. You guys are awesome, I tell you. You guys are awesome. I could walk around all week in my local area and try and talk to people, and you wouldn't have the same sort of exchanges like we have on here. You just, people are not. It's nice. Oh, lot more. Thanks, guys. Cheers. Thank you. More thumbs up. Come for a sale next year. Yeah, I'd quite like that, Dave. But if I did that, I'd want to be able to give something back. So obviously, I'd want to be able to promote it as much as I could. So I'd need to. I'd want to look at that definitely. Gave up fags 14 years ago. Never had a cold since, Mike. Yeah, it's quite possible, mate. Because that's yeah, if it's lowering your immune and that, fag's definitely bad, very very bad for you. And I think when you smoke, I smoked for a long time. When you do smoke, you don't realise the damage it's doing to you. But when you stop smoking, I think that's when you realise the damage it has been doing to you. And I think I probably stopped in the nick of time, to be honest with you. I don't have the smoker's cough anymore. I can get a full lung of air and all that sort of thing. You want to sell up from down south and move north, but don't know where to go. Any suggestions? I wouldn't know where to move up there, HW, but it is dependent, isn't it? What your plans are. There's a lot of sheep up there with glasses on. He does like anything, Mike, I think. Yeah. He's a nice fella, maybe. He's really, if no one's ever met him, he's a nice bloke. He's a genuine bloke. Dave, are you alright, mate? How you doing? Nice of you to come on. Yeah, okay, Dave. Yeah, um, yeah. Give us a bit of notice and that. That'd be a nice one. I appreciate that. I'll be able to lose a bit of weight by then, so I'll be able to fit into one of them survival suits. Or you could just throw me over and everyone can cling to me. I'll be the life raft. But yeah, seriously, yeah, no, it's nice of you. Thanks, Dave. Change your van to a Sprinter. I'd have no problem with a Sprinter. I prefer the look of the Crafter. Uh, I wouldn't have a problem with a Sprinter, but I quite like the Peugeot Boxers because they're squarer. I'd like a wider van, to be honest with you, a slightly wider one, um, so I could sleep crossways. It saves so much room. Smoking. That's why I've got a big nose. I get extra oxygen. Yes, Dave. Yeah, maybe he's a nice bloke, isn't he? He is genuine. Yeah, you'd get to you just know, didn't you? When you meet someone who's genuine, you just know, and he definitely is one of them sort of people. But if he suddenly comes on here, I've got to take all that back. Can't be seen to be talking about him like. An ambulance, yeah. I thought about an ambulance, Dave. Yeah, I mean, from the point of view of living in a van, they're brilliant because of the layout, the width of it, and all the space you got. The only thing concerns me with having something bigger than, well, no, it's not really a concern, but I like the idea the ambulances are sort of just a square box. And I've got at my daughter's house, I've got my old leather armchair, which is so comfortable. And what I would do is, if I bought the ambulance, I would put that chair in there, and everything would be built around it. That's what I'd have. But you'd be able to, you can really utilise the space well in a box fan. Yeah. And then you've got to try and hide up all the colour on the outside, haven't you? Oh, Mike, that's sad news, mate. Yeah, there's too many people been lost at sea. I was looking at some of the some videos recently of some RNLI people that were lost some years ago, and those guys put their lives on the line for people every single day, and it's very sad when you see them sort of people losing their lives. And fishermen, I think they say it's one of the most dangerous jobs in the world. Um, sea can be very, very unpredictable, very dangerous, but you know, yeah, Kev, maybe sense of humour. Yeah, it's quite a sort of bit dry, a bit strange. Cheers, HW. Thanks, mate. I'll see you next time. Yeah, take care. Luton box. Yeah. Kev knows where there's lots of them. Yeah, Luton would be all right, Will, but you'd have to build some steps up, wouldn't you? Because they're quite high up. But you could sleep above the cab, couldn't you? Because they've got the bit that goes across the cab. So that was your bed sorted. That's right out of the way to start with. And you've got the whole box area to build what you want. Like beyond the van, they've got a big box Luton, haven't they? Yeah. Yeah, it's about having space. It's a different ballgame. If you've just got a camper for trips away, it's not so important. You can get things out and put them away and use the space like that. But when you're living in a van full time, I think you do have to think more about how you're using the space. You don't want to be putting your bed up and down every night and stuff like that. So that's why in here, because I've got the bed down all the time, and now I sit in this chair here, which is I've just got like a big camping chair. So I don't sit on my sofas, which I've got a big U-shaped sofa there, but the bed's out all the time. So the way I'm going to get round that next year is I'm going to move this kitchen across the back here, across behind the seat. So those seats are coming out, and I'll have the kitchen across here. So I'll lose a bit in the doorway. I'll have a massive seating area, and the bed can stay out and doesn't affect the seating area. I'll have a much bigger lounge, more room. So you learn those things as you spend time in the van, don't you? Everything else seems to be fine. I've got to get some more cupboards put up. Luton is okay, but harder to drive down Cornwall lanes. Yeah, that's the problem, Kev, isn't it? That's the only. Oh, that's when I looked at a panel van. I thought, oh, you can get down the little lanes and that. Um, it is swings and roundabouts. It's a shame they don't do the side pods for the transit like they do for the Sprinter and the Grafter, because you could have the side pods put on. I could sleep crossways then; it wouldn't be an issue. Um, but they don't make them for the transit. He was a coxswain in a lifeboat for 7 years. Bloody hell, Dave! Good for you. You used lots of, but yeah, I bet you did. No, good for you, Dave. I didn't realise that, but yeah, people giving up their time um, to do that is amazing. And for the majority of, for 99% of the population, you never see what the RNLI do because you never use the services or are involved with their services or anything like that. And yet, they do a much more dangerous job than the other emergency services. You know. Yeah, Will. Yeah, van or a camper. I know what you're saying, mate. Get down them lanes and little tight park ups. Just get out of the way. Yeah, I saw there's a site, Dave, in there for they do side pods for the Sprinter and the Crafter, but I didn't. I've done a sort of a few internet searches, couldn't find anything for transits or. Well, if I could have them built out a little bit at the back, I could put my bed across, and that'd solve the problem. But yeah, more building work, never done. Just retired trawler man, Mike. Oh, your neighbour, retired trawler man. Hard as nails. I bet he is. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I bet he has got some towels, mate. Yeah, don't think I could be a trawler man. That is an hard life, dangerous life. Do you ever watch the programs, trawler men on TV? Well, they're putting them baskets out for the crabs, and suddenly, like one of them get caught up in a rope or something like that, and everyone's screaming because he's going to get pulled over the side. Just, Jesus Christ, the boat's like rocking, it's pitch black out there, and sea spray's coming over, it's freezing cold. You think, geez, if you go over there, over the side, yeah. I didn't know they did them for transit, Skip. You have to try and dig me out a link, mate. I can't find them anywhere. I think they're, I think they're fiberglass, aren't they? So technically, it should be fairly easy to have them made. I think they're fiberglass. The pods. Yeah, it's bonded, I think. Maybe. Your bed is calling, Simon. Yeah. Okay, mate. Thanks for coming on. Appreciate it. Take care, mate. The side pod on mine. Landing on air ride next year. Air. Oh, right. So you're going all custom then, Lee? Nick. Did you say to your mate, do lobsters walk sideways? He said, no. He said, I've got crabs in. German company. Oh, let us know. Commercial diver. Still don't know what I want to do when I grow up. Do you know what? I've never known, Dave. Never known. When I was 16, they had a careers officer woman come around the school, and she said to me, "What do you want to do when you leave school?" I said, "I want to be a fireman." It's the only thing I've ever in my life ever mentioned I wanted to do. I said, "I want to be a fireman." And she said, "You can't be a fireman because you've got to be 18 to be a fireman. What do you want to do when you leave school?" So I said, "I want to be a fireman." And then she just accused me of being awkward and walked out. And that's the beginning and the last of me ever mentioning anything I really wanted to do. And I've never really decided. Maybe after tonight, stand-up comedian is looking odds on, but it's going to be a short career. Yeah, commercial diver. I think Kev was a muff diver for a little while, but never really got qualified in it. Lollipop man, don't start work till you're 65. That's true, mate. That's true. You get to wear all that gear, don't you? You're out in all weathers. Yeah, you could do that, Kev. You could do that, mate. Right, what's the time? I think I'm going to start calling it a night, guys. It's nearly 10 o'clock. The old bed's calling. I'm going to be up early in the morning. I think I might be up early in the morning. I've got to check. And so I'm going to call it a night. Have a quick swig of my orange. And then go and dream nice things. That's what I'm going to do. So don't give up your day job. No, cheers, Barry. £15 an hour for a lollipop, man, Mike. Yeah, well, I'm in. I'm in for that. Mind you, they only do an hour, don't they? I think. £15 an hour. Right, thanks for coming and joining me on here, guys. I really appreciate it. And I hope you all stay well, stay safe, stay warm. And I'll see you all next time. All right? I'm going to end the stream. Thanks, guys. Thanks again. See you soon. See you later.